Hi, I'm Bruce Justine with Seasoft Scuba. I'm going to talk to you first about the Sea Lion Pro, about our sizing. It's really unique, different, and it allows us to have 5 sizes for every one of our sizes. Now, we cover extra small, small, regular, and big. But let's talk about what that really means. Our extra small size is actually 45 pounds to about 185, 190 pounds. Our small size is about 85 to about 200 pounds. Our size regular is about 120, 125 pounds up to about 250 pounds. And our size big is about 250 pounds to about 475 pounds. So each of our sizes actually covers about 5 sizes of what a regular BC of what most companies would make. Let me show you how we do that. So let's take off this huge lumbar support. Let me show you, because there's several different things that makes that sizing happen. So let's first talk about height. So to get the height, and obviously we're talking about 45 pounds, that's going to be a pretty small person. And if they're going to still fit them in college, which we say it will, and it will, they're obviously going to grow in height from 3rd grade to college. So we have to be able to adjust for height. So let's talk about that. So this BC right now is set up for someone relatively short. As you can see, if I was to shorten down these straps here, and I've got it pretty short here, that would happen. So let's make it longer. Well, for the height adjustment, I'm going to adjust that right there. Now watch what happens. It's held by Velcro, so I've got to loosen that Velcro underneath, and then I've got to pull that extra webbing through. So you can see I've done that now. Let me go to the other side and do the same thing. So I'm going to go to the other side. Again, lengthen, reach back behind, and let that Velcro loose, and pull it through. Now to give it even more length, I can do that on both sides. So look at the height now that BC has. And of course, if they're not that tall, you'd pull the strap short, and you'd also adjust this. So now I've made it really tall. Doesn't mean you're going to do that. I'm just showing you the extremes. I had it really short. I made it really tall. So you can do it, obviously, between those two extremes, you can shorten it up and do whatever you'd like to. Now let's talk about what we can do this way as far as width goes. Well, we've got, the easy one is to adjust with the cummerbund. So I can do that, and I'm going to take this. I had it as big as I could. Now we'll take it and make it as small. So we'll take that and make it small. So I can do that on both sides. So you can see by sliding it that way, I can make that pretty small. But that doesn't make this smaller, does it? No, it doesn't. So we have this adjustment right here. Now, what this is right here, this piece of webbing that disappears inside the cummerbund, or excuse me, it disappears inside the bladder. What this webbing is it's attached to the inside of the bladder on this side. It's not attached to the outside. It's not attached to this side. It's attached to this side. When I pull that, look how much adjustment I have. So I can shorten the inside of that bladder. On the inside, I can make it so much shorter. And I'm going to do that. And I go over to the same on the other side. And again, I'm just showing you extremes. You wouldn't necessarily make this small. So we've made that side really small. Just back through here. And we have a pretty small little BC. Now this is not the extra small size, by the way. So this isn't meant to fit a third grader, but just goes to show you how much smaller we can make it. And on the outside, you get a little bit, but not much. So there's a huge amount of adjustment. We've made each side about 8 inches shorter. That's 16 inches of total adjustment. Think about that, 16 inches. So in this case, we had this is a size regular. So when we were talking about 125 pounds to 250 pounds, this fits a waist of about 28 inches. We'll add 16 inches to that. 28 inches, 16 inches to 44-inch waist. So somewhere between 26 to 28 inches up to 42, 44-inch waist. That's a pretty huge variance in size for waist. So you can see that's how we end up getting that. So you've got your adjustment for height, adjustment for waist. There's how you get your adjustment.